2 steps ahead. That's what I would say if I was actually right. I was actually wrong, guys. We actually didn't get a 5-star Tingyun tonight. We got this shit instead. We got Fugue instead. Master Fugue, like off of what? Kung Fu Panda? Just like Master Oogway, guys, we got Fugue, the Yang to Master Oogway, the turtle man. I don't know why they didn't name her Tingyun. I guess we'll figure out when we actually get there, right? So anyways, guys, I called this a couple days ago, and some of you guys in the comment section said, this is a pointless video to make. This is not gonna happen, bro. What the fuck? Why would you make this video? I called it, right? And I think a lot of people knew this was coming. The only way that they would hold off drip marketing if it was for a character that was super hype. And there are a lot of people saying, well, Sunday's super hype, but they wouldn't really sell more hype than... No. I think, de facto, that Tingyun or Fugue in this situation, right, is what the better version, or I guess like more hype than what Sunday is right now. You can see in this like picture here that we have, there is a reflection of Tingyun here, so maybe they have some type of an alternate personality or something like that. Like I said, this is probably gonna... We're probably going to figure out in the story, right? The Fates have left her a threat of chance of survival, yet the brand of destruction still writes anticipation. The one in Fugue has experienced life and death and is given new life. That's kind of what I said, right? She was Harmony before, so she would be in Hildy now. That's what we kind of predicted the other day, right? She was going to be in Hildy because she died, and dying kind of takes her away, makes her the reverse. So I kind of predicted this, right? And I think a lot of people probably predicted this. Surely we didn't read any leaks, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about where I think she's going to fit in on teams and everything like that, because I do think that, honestly, 2.6 or whatever this patch is with Rappa coming out, I think it is going to be a guaranteed skip at this point because we have Sunday and because we have Fugue. So let's just go ahead and hop into it now. We don't even know what the reruns are yet, so maybe the reruns would be a reason to pull for on Rappa's like patch or whatever, but anyways, that's besides the point. She is Fire and Hildy, guys. We actually just got a Fire and Hildy character and that of Big J. Now, this is actually going to be very interesting because I don't think she's going to do what Big J does, because we already have someone that kind of like throws a lot of debuffs on the enemy and gives vulnerability and stuff like that. I don't think them giving the same class and typing is going to mean that she's the same. I think she's going to be very different, and there's 2 approaches I think they can take to this, right? And I kind of mentioned this in my video the other day, but I'll go into more depth of it now. Where is Sunday, right? I'm going to go ahead and pull up Sunday here real quick for you guys, and I want to pull up Fugue as well, because if we look at Sunday's picture, this is just taking from context clues here. He has a lot of summons on his page here, so while I think we do need a break support or someone to help the break meta out, I think one of these characters is going to help that out, and I do think it is going to be Fugue. And the reason I think that is because he has a lot of summons around him, so I think he's going to be more of a summon support, if that, right? I think he will have better support for follow-up-esque teams, just because of the summons here, and we all know that the meta is kind of shifting towards that summon meta. We already got that new set in the game that really helps out that summoning character. What was it called? The summons, right? Fugue. It's not Fugue. Oh, dude, the comments actually be mad. It's not called Fugue. Oh, is her name Fui or Fugue? I don't know what it is. Anyways, we're gonna stick with Fugue for now, just to piss people off. That's besides the point. Anyway, so that's what makes me think that she is going to be very break-oriented, right? And the reason I think that is because, let's be honest, guys, we don't really have any like break support in the game right now. We can take a look at Pride in here for like the break supporters that we have. Like on this list here, we have Ruan May, that's a break support. We have Imaginary Trailblazer. That's really the only break support we have in the game. We have 2 Sasanes now, that being Gallagher and Ling Shaw, but like that can support 2 teams. But now we need another break support to, I guess, another core for a break team, right? And I think she is going to have to help with super break damage, because that is the core of a break team nowadays. Like, Ruan May is not even like a de facto, like she's the best in slot right now for a break team, don't get me wrong. But the thing with her, right, is she gives you increased weakness break efficiency, and she's giving you increased damage percentage, increased break effect, right? Super break damage is what's kind of driving all the break damage in general. So I would like to see her be a power creep to maybe Harmony MC in some type of way, right? Because we get this completely free to play, and I think Super Break would allow you to run another break-oriented team, and just put out massive amounts of damage as well. Like, so this would mean you can run Boot Hill on one side, and then Firefly on one side, or Rappa on one side, and then Tingyun on another side, right? So I think for that matter, that's what we'll probably see. I think she's going to be very much leaning towards a break support. Mars said, thank you. What is this? My wife, Rar. Bro, the comment section is so cringe here. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys hype for Fugue, or I'm butchering this name. Are you guys hyped for her? Let me know in the comment section down below. But the one thing that I'm really scared of, guys, that they haven't released yet, let's go ahead and give it one refresh. We'll give them a chance. I'm gonna give them a refresh here. We need 4 stars. Did I fucking back out? You mother piece of shit. Yeah, there has been no 4-star announced, and that's really down bad. We really need more 4 stars in the game. If we go take a look here, I'm just going to go to Pride One real quick and just take a look here, all the 4 stars we have. Like, look at this. We don't have, like, really any good supports right now, or I guess any good damage dealers right now. That's a 4-star. The best we have is QQ. We have Nisa down, like... Everything else is very fodder down here. If we take a look at our specialists, we have March 7th, which kind of helps break meta, kind of helps follow-up meta. And then we have Moe's, which is just follow-up meta all the way through. We have some dot down here. We haven't really got much dot support. I would like to see another break supporting unit in the game, or someone that's more centric around break. Like, yes, I get Jwei is like a break type of DPS, right? But at the end of the day, I want more support for break because we do not have it right now. And I would just like to see more support for 4 stars in this game because it'll make the game a lot more free-to-play friendly. This is how you get a lot more power creep in the game, by not adding these 4 stars in and adding like these super nicheified 5 stars in. That kind of makes it like FOMO to have to pull for these characters now, because now you can't beat the content because the content is structured around breaking enemies and stuff like that. So I would like to see more niched, I guess you could say, 4 stars in the game, and then have broader 5 stars, if you get what I'm trying to put out here, right? So that's really what I would like to see, and that's what kind of scares me here. Now, we don't know what the reruns are yet, obviously. I don't think on this patch you would even pull for reruns, and that's the reason why I think we probably should just skip all of this next Rappa patch, no matter what the reruns are. Even if it's a Ruan Mei, I still think it's a skip there, just because of the fact that we're getting Sunday and Fugue, which I think is going to set us up for what the future meta of the game is going to look like. This release right here is probably going to be what we saw like with the release of Ruan Mei back in patch 1.0 that kind of sets us up for the break meta in the next patch. I think that's going to be the same here, where they're only going to grow in value as the game goes further and progresses further through the more niche metas that we have in the game right now. So that's what I expect to see. That's why I think with Fugue, whatever her name is, bro, I'm done trying to pronounce it, and Sunday here are probably going to be closer to must pulls than what Rappa is. Rappa is really only like a break DPS. We already have those in the game right now, that being in Boot Hill and that also being in Firefly as well. Realistically, how much better of a DPS can she be than those characters to really outweigh the value that someone like a Fugue or a Sunday would bring to your team, which is kind of like a core for the team, right? Like, the DPS can always be switched out, right? Like, there's not going to be that much of a DPS difference, I don't think, between Rappa, Boot Hill, and then Firefly, than the difference that someone like a support can bring to that team. Because if you bring 2 break teams or 2 follow-up teams into Memory of Chaos or to any in-game game mode, you're going to run into problems of not having enough support for those teams, and those damage numbers are going to fall off significantly. You could have the best DPS in the world. Hell, you could have Firefly in the game right now without any super break support, and she's dog shit, dog ass. You could run a character like Topaz, Ratio, and if they don't have any type of follow-up support, or like really any support in general, they're going to be absolutely dog shit. And I also think, guys, really quick side tangent here, if Sunday does end up being like that summon type support we've been looking for, I think that could be great for Tingyun. Yo, Tingyun main rise up. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. We're getting Master Fugue into the game very, very soon. Who are you pulling for, guys? Are you skipping Rappa? Are you pulling for Sunday? Or are you pulling for Fugue, whatever her name is, guys? Please correct me in the comment section down below, though I probably won't pronounce her right because I've already called her Fugue now. And, yeah, anyways, guys, see you later. Bye.